channel? I don't know, honestly. Oh, he debated himself. He literally just debated himself. Did I win? Did he die? I'm pretty sure he just killed himself. Oh man. Okay, I'll take it. I'm counting that as a flawless victory. What's going on, you guys? My name's Brobson, and welcome to the first progress episode of my Black Desert Online Iron Man Challenge. If you don't know what the Iron Man Challenge is, make sure you click the link in the description of this video that will take you to the playlist for the Iron Man Challenge, and you can watch the first video, which is just an introduction explaining all of the rules I'll be following and why I'm choosing to play this way in Black Desert. It'll just kind of give you a brief overview of the Iron Man Challenge. That said, this is going to be the first progress update video that I put on YouTube, and I apologize for not getting one up sooner. I've actually been doing this challenge for about 33 days now as of the time I've uploaded this video, but it is primarily a Twitch series, and I pushed the first month really hard. I turned it into a marathon on Twitch where I streamed a minimum of 8 hours a day for the whole first month, and it ended up being closer to like 12 hours of uptime average per day. So with that crazy amount of uptime on Twitch, I just didn't have the time or the energy to organize and edit clips together to get these progress videos up. Now I'm back to a regular schedule. I have 1 to 2 days a week off on Twitch, so I will just spend that time editing and uploading these YouTube clips. And from this point on, you should be looking forward to 1 or 2 progress videos per week. So this video is going to be a lot longer, and it's going to include 33 days worth of progress. But moving forward, you can look forward to 1 or 2 update videos per week, and they'll just include less progress and hopefully slightly shorter videos as well. Got a lot to cover, and I'll try to be pretty concise. We'll get right into it. The only clip that I showed in the introductory video of this challenge was the character creation clip for our first character, which was a Dark Knight. Since then, we've rolled 2 more characters. We rolled a Wizard and a Musa, and at this point, I'm planning on having the Musa be my main character moving forward. There's a few more classes I want to try to roll and get to Awakening just to try. I think the only 2 that I have left that I'd really like to try are Kunoichi and Meiwa. And I know that Musa is not kind of the best class in terms of the current PvP meta, but it is by far my favorite class that I've played so far. So I'm planning on having the Musa be the class I continue with moving forward. He's currently level 57 and about 60% of the way to level 58. So we'll probably hit 58 in the next 2 days or so on my stream, and then we will be kind of re-rolling for Kuno probably this weekend and seeing if we enjoy Kunoichi or Meiwa more. But I am planning on having the Musa be my main character from this point forward. And again, I know he's probably the worst class in terms of the current PvP, Siege, and Node War meta. But this challenge is just about seeing how far you can progress on your own. I will do a little bit of PvP, and I hope we can create a guild that can get into at least Tier 1 Node Wars later. But it's more just about having fun and having an experience, so I picked the class that seemed the most fun to play, which so far is my Musa. With the DK though, which was the first class we rolled, we spent the entire first week primarily focusing on the main storyline quests. We did nothing but questing and killing the mobs that were required for the quest. That got us to level 50. Then we used our daily XP buff at Catfishmen and got to level 52.5. Then we started the Media quest line, and the Media quest line got us the rest of the way to 53. And then instead of going straight into the desert for Valencia, we decided to just stick with the farming method up to 56. So I went over to Mains, and I actually farmed Mains all the way up to 56. I wasn't really geared to do Elric Shrine because, again, I'm not allowed to buy anything, so I just had to gear up with all the drops I managed to acquire, and I had a very low gear score. And I didn't do Rogues just because they were a little more contested. Even though it's a low-level spot, there were a lot of people contesting Rogues on every server I checked. So I just stayed with Mains because there was almost never anyone at Mains. Very easy to kill, and they dropped Schultz necklaces and Schultz belts, which I figured would be a good introductory, place to train and a good introductory belt and necklace to use. Did manage to pick up a few belts and a few necklaces, and I'll show you the pry attempts on those in a minute. But once we hit level 56, we awakened the Dark Knight, headed on over to the desert, and spent 2 days doing the Valencia quests, at which time we managed to complete the main storyline, get the Sahazad Monarch rings, and on screen now you can see a look at what my DK's gear was like. Right after I finished that quest line, that's when I decided I didn't really want to play DK anymore just because the rotation was so boring. I've been told it gets better flows at 58, but honestly I found myself just spam clicking shift right click and it wasn't that fun. So I tried Wizard next just because Wizard's the other super OP class, and honestly watching a class video of the Wizard made it look really fun. The aesthetic of the fire and water skills looked really cool, but I quickly ran into pretty much the same problem. I just power leveled the Wizard up to 56, got him there, and then realized that it was another 4 spell rotation. I got pretty bored pretty quickly, and that's how we landed on Musa. Another reason I kind of strayed away from the DK and Wizard is just because everybody I saw in the world was playing them. It was like 90% Wizards, DKs, Witches, and or Strikers after the Kunoichi Striker buff. So I wanted to play something a little different and that less people played. And I don't exactly remember how it came to be, but we just rolled Musa, and that ended up being the one that I really liked. Before I move into the Musa, here's a quick look at my Wizards gear. Obviously, as you can see, it's very similar to the DK. I spent all my armor stones and all my energy while leveling the Wizard up to get a second full set of Grunel. And the reason I did this instead of just transferring the Grunel from the DK is because I plan to use them as boss alts, so I want them both to have at least semi-decent gear so that they can kill world bosses and give me a chance to get drops. So I got a second full set of Grunel with all my energy and armor stones, which some said was a waste of armor stones, but I thought it was worth it. We got a Jarrett's belt from the login rewards and a second Schultz neck, which we managed to just get as an extra drop from our DK that we had left over, so we transferred it from storage. Farmed Hexa Sanctuary to get 2 Witch's Earrings, and got our weapons up to plus 15 and our Awakening weapon up to Pry. Since the Wizard's raw damage output is already so high, I think this is effective gear for World Boss farming. This is a great World Boss alt. I do think I'm going to try to upgrade to the new accessory set that just came out. The pieces are dropped from Elric Shrine, Helms, and Abandoned Iron Mine, and the 5-piece set effect gives you 350 HP bonus and plus 20 accuracy, which is insane. That'll make me get loot a little bit more often from World Bosses, but it's already a pretty effective boss alt, so our Wizard's pretty much good where it's at. And finally, here's a look at our Musa's gear. Again, this is the character that we're using as our quote-unquote main for the time being and potentially permanently moving forward. So this is the one that we've given all of our best gear acquired so far to. And as you can see, probably most notably right away are the Duo Witch's Earrings. Without Marketplace, that was a bitch. It took me a really long time. We basically just farmed Hexa Sanctuary for like 8 days straight. And we killed world bosses when they spawned on the alts, but we just kept the Musa parked at Hexa and killed a ton of skeletons. It actually wasn't a complete waste of time, despite the fact that it's terrible XP. There's lots of useful Iron Man items that are dropped from Hexa. I don't know of a single mob in the entire game that drops relic shards more often, so we got a ton of ancient relic scrolls, which equated to around 400 memory frags. So if and when we do get lucky enough to get our first piece of boss gear, we'll have enough memory fragments to hopefully get it up to Pry or even Duo and keep it at max durability. So that'll be really nice once we get there. But we did farm, I think, a total of like 20 Witch's Earrings, and then we just used them to start trying to enhance. At first, we didn't use Cron Stones. I just thought we'd YOLO the earrings and see what happened. But since I don't have another way to spend money, once we broke a couple earrings and I realized how long it was going to take to get enhancements above Pry, I decided to start using all my silver to use Cron Stones to try and protect the accessories, and we did finally eventually get up to Duo in both of the Witch's Earring slots. So those were amazing. Our next goal was to get Mark of Shadows up to Duo as well. So you can see we have 2 Pry Mark of Shadows in the ring slot, and we'll be working on getting those up to Duo in the next couple days. We have, I think, 3 extra Mark of Shadows chilling in storage, but I'm going to get a couple more before I start attempting the Duos and seeing what happens. But hopefully we'll be able to get the Mark of Shadows up to Duo soon as well, and then we'll be looking at 4 Duo accessories, which will be real nice. The Pry Schultz neck was just from extra Schultz necklaces we managed to farm while killing the mains, so we got that nicely done. And the Tree Spirit belt was actually really unexpected. I got it from Dim Tree. It wasn't a mutant Tree Spirit or a regular Tree Spirit. We did get it as a really rare drop from the world boss itself, the Dim Tree Spirit. And I was really happy to see that because it was my first like quote-unquote boss drop. So that's 5 AP and 6 accuracy, which is a really great belt to have, and just a cool token to show that we got it as a drop. And then all of our armor and weapons just came straight from Amity. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but it's really straightforward. Just takes a lot of energy and a lot of time. Every time my energy regenerated to full, I went to Altanova to get the Grunel durability back up and then continue enhancing those up to plus 15. The main hand blade, the Uria blade, came directly from the Calpheon Amity game. The offhand White Hornbow, which is a pure AP offhand, comes from the Heidel Amity game. And then the Green Awakening weapon, you don't even need Amity for. There's just a vendor in Altanova, the arms dealer, sells them flat out for silver. All of the Green Awakening weapons can be purchased for 120,000 silver each from the arms dealer in Altanova. So that was a very easy one to get up. So I have Pry in every slot except for the belt slot, and then obviously the armor slot because that's a non-enhanceable piece of armor. But eventually we're going to get the Duo accessories for the rings and earring slot, and hopefully possibly the necklace slot as well. And then eventually from there we're going to upgrade to boss gear. We will eventually go for something like red corals to get accuracy because that's important for the Musa, and then we'll just give the Duo Witches to an alt, I guess, once we get the red corals. But it's going to be a while before we can farm pirates. So because this video is already so long, I'm just going to show my live reaction to all the stuff I got done already in a second video. Normally I'll put them together, so I'll do a live commentary update explaining and showing you guys what my gear looks like since the last episode, and then in the second half of the video I'll just put in all the clips of me actually obtaining the drops and enhancing them. But again, because this video is so long, I'm just going to do it in a separate upload. So tomorrow you'll get to see part 1.5, I guess I'll call it, for the Progress series, and that will just be all of the live commentary clips showing all of the Witch's Earring drops, all of the enhancement attempts, and all that kind of stuff to show you how and see my live reaction to all of the stuff that we managed to do to get to this point. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And again, I'm very new to this kind of format of video, so please leave some feedback in the comments down below. Also, leave a like if you enjoyed. If I get 100 likes within the first 24 hours, I will guaranteed have 1.5 out tomorrow, and you'll get to see all the live commentary clips then. There's some really funny stuff. It'll be out soon either way, but if we hit 100 likes, I'll get it uploaded by the end of day today or first thing in the morning tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you sub to the channel for future content. Check out the links in the description to follow me on Twitter and also on Twitch so you can see the live progression day to day on this character. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Take it easy.